So who owns Darrell Brooks Jr.'s catalog? I don't know. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everyone? This is Christian Duke. You're watching Sights, Sounds, and Flavors here on YouTube, sightsoundsflavors.com. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so and ring the bell for notifications. If you like the video, smash that like button and please leave a comment down below. Why did I say sounds with emphasis? Well, because Sights, Sounds, and Flavors, or Sights, Sounds, Flavors, I own both domains, is the purpose of this channel. But we're not really talking about Darrell Brooks here as a music star, but we are kind of in a way because of the fact of this horrendous crime that he committed against the people of Waukesha and this trial that went viral. Now everything that's related is going to have some sort of fan base. And that's crazy because I'm not a Darrell Brooks fan. You are not a Darrell Brooks fan. But here we are talking about the trial where he was sentenced to like 1 million years. And we're not fans of his by any means, but we are obsessed with the trial. I wouldn't say we're fans of the trial, but we're obsessed with the trial. And so I feel that in our obsession for the trial, we may find, like, you know, somebody out in South Carolina spent like $50,000 for a collection of furniture items, including a couch that used to belong to Eric Murdoch, the guy that killed his wife and kid, and then was sentenced to, you know, like 1,000 years for that. And so it doesn't mean that they're fans of his. It certainly doesn't mean they condone what he did. There's just something like just bizarre about it, but somebody spent all that money. So the music that Darrell Brooks did, you know, trash music, horrible music, very low production value, bad lyrics, music videos were trash. Everything about it was trash, but it was done in the studio. It did make it to a CD. It is available on SoundCloud and a bunch of different platforms. And there are videos out there for it because they put the money into him. They didn't know what he was going to do when they made the video. So the question is, who owns that catalog? Who owns the rights to that music? And could they be deprived of that ownership because of what he did afterwards? I don't think that would really be legal. Would they try to make money with it? Well, here's the thing. If you are a record company and you own music, it's your job to make money with that music. Now, of course, with this situation, if you had a backbone and you had some kind of decency, you wouldn't do it. But generally, your job is to make money because they probably paid him in advance or something, or maybe studio time, or maybe they did a trade. I don't know. Now, if he funded the production of it all, the studio time, you know, the making of CDs, the music video, all of that, then I think that, you know, I still don't think that they could take that away from him because, you know, he made the music, he did all the work before all this happened. I don't think they can take that away from him. But then could they take the sales in the future away? I think so, because if you look at the numbers, you know, if he sold like, you know, 1,000 units, and then after this horrible crime went and sold 100,000 units, I would say that whatever he made after would be fair game because that CD wouldn't have sold 100,000 before because it didn't, right? That's assuming he owns it. But if he doesn't own it and a record label owns it or a producer owns it or just some investor person owns it, even if it makes money because of what he did, he's not seeing any benefit from it. So I don't think that legally they could take that away. The families could sue, but doesn't mean they'll win. So I guess the big question is, who owns that music? I mean, it might be the worst music out there, but because of everything that's happened, you know, if you know, in 5 or 10 years, like look at David Koresh. I mean, David Koresh, you know, or look at Charles Manson, or look at, I mean, any number of people, whatever you may think of them. You know, David Koresh is a little different because, you know, I'm not 100% sure they set the fire on themselves, you know, but whatever. The point is that if there's money to be made and you're talking about a spineless turd that doesn't have any moral scruples with making it however they make it, and it's not Darrell Brooks that owns it, they may be able to get away with it. I'm just curious. I guess my question is more so than my commentary. It's more so a question to you, the public. Maybe you know, maybe you've heard, maybe you can find out. I don't know. If you do find out, please do so legally. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, who owns that music? I mean, because we know that Darrell didn't really hold a job for very long. We know he didn't have a lot of education. We know that he slept in his mom's driveway. So how was he able to cobble together enough money to get into a studio. I know that music is trash. I understand that. But it still was made in a studio. It was still finished and mastered. It still made it to CDs, maybe DVDs, I don't know, cassettes, something. And he had a music video. And the music video, I mean, again, I hate the guy, hate what he did. The music video doesn't look all that bad. I mean, it's cheesy. The music sucks, you know, but the lighting isn't bad. The picture quality isn't bad. They shot it in a variety of places, like I think they were like at a parking lot. They were on top of a building. They were in an apartment. I think he might have been driving. I mean, like, so it was like multi takes, you know. I mean, I'm just saying, who paid for all of that? I mean, chances are it was a record label, or it was an investor that owned a record label just for that one particular project. And so if they own the music, then I don't think there's any way that the government or even the families can stop them from making money off that music. So I guess the big question to me is, who owns it, and would they ever do anything with it? My hope is that they wouldn't, because it would be so just morally bankrupt, just so wrong on so many levels. But people do that sort of thing all the time. Like I said, you know,